I'm due a 5-star. It's got to be in the next 5 pulls. So I'm gonna turn off the X broadcast. I'm tempted to pull for his Lycan because I do have him. His Lycan's actually really good. But man, I don't know how I'm gonna use Jingwan. I really don't feel like building him. Alright, I'm just checking these. Trying to store and make sure that the powder's not all on the top. So, alright, so there's 3 flavors. There's chicken, vegetable, and beef. I've never really fucked with vegetable flavored ramen. I got some from another ramen company. Oh, it was the Vita Ramen. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this shit. So there was this company that was trying to sell a healthy ramen. And yeah, they still exist. Let's see here. So they still exist. I didn't really like this one. I don't know if they've changed it since then, since I last tried it. But I did not find it that good. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it looks like they added new flavors. What's this thing? Why did they suddenly have an anime thing? Interesting. So this is a new flavor, I guess. Coco Vin. So what I found was that the noodles were not. I didn't like the noodles. They were very like hard because they put all kinds of supplement in there, basically, like their wheat and corn. Yeah, so like they added all this stuff in there. Typically, noodles are like pretty much just salt, kind of. Plant-based protein. Yeah. So they were real, like, I guess, like, earthy. And they didn't taste like noodles. They were just, like, I don't know, they were very hard. And even if you, like, tried to overcook them, you really couldn't get them to be, like, soft. So they were always really hard and chewy, which firm ramen noodles are fine if they're like the right consistency, but like these were just like they were really hard, so I didn't care for these. And so this same company though, they had a vegetable flavor because I got a sample pack from them. Yeah, it was the vegan Szechuan chili. Yeah, something like that. So it looks like they've added a lot of new flavors. But these were I didn't like their vegetable flavor. I think the only one that was okay was like the beef one maybe, because the beef one had a lot. I think it was like the beef pho or something. It had a really strong beef bouillon, so it was actually edible. But the other ones I didn't actually like. So it looks like they've added more flavors. I'm assuming that they've gotten that feedback because I never got any more. Yeah, it's funny that they're doing these collaborations. So I didn't get any more because I thought, hey, I would get these and be able to have something while I was working from home and cook it really quickly and it not feel so bad about eating unhealthy. But it was not. I mean, it was just not appetizing, basically. So maybe they changed since then, but I just personally I didn't care for them. So I'm curious about the reason I bring that up. Obviously, is the Gamersoups ones. I think the chicken and the beef will probably be fine, but I'm not sure about. I'm curious, like whether this vegetable one is gonna be not good flavor. I like looking at the powder. It looks similar to the one I had, where it's like a chili powder vegetable flavor. So I think we've waited long enough. I think they're actually, yeah, they look fine. Okay, so I think the first one I'm gonna try is the chicken. I mean, the noodles definitely are like normal ramen noodles. Thank you for the sacrifice. Well, hopefully, hopefully we don't have to worry about anything with these. I mean, the noodles look pretty normal. They look like any other instant ramen noodle I've had. The only thing I'm kind of surprised, I mean, like at $1 a piece, there's actually no dried vegetables in here. Which, for $1, I would think that there would be some dried peas or carrots or something, just like most ramens have for about $1. It's just kind of noodles and broth. So we're gonna give this chicken one a try. Noodle consistency is pretty good. Flavor, I would say it's definitely that artificial chicken flavor. It's what you would expect, I think, out of an instant ramen. Actually, it's exactly the same. Now that I got a second taste, it's exactly the same as a normal instant ramen. I don't know that it's more flavorful. Like, one of the things they advertise is added MSG for delicious taste. MSG definitely makes things taste better. But to me, they taste like instant chicken noodle ramen. Yeah, I would say, okay, so like in terms of like compared to other instant ramen I had, I would say the flavor is the same or better than what you'd get at the store. If I was to compare this to stuff I had in Japan or got at H Mart, this is probably like a 3. The stuff in Japan, especially like the ANA, ramen. The A&A instant ramen that they have in the lounge is probably 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, depending on which flavors are available. Nah, 3 out of... I'd say it's like a 3 out of 5. If it's out of 10, I would say it's like a 5 or a 6. Like, I'm definitely gonna eat these. Like, I'm definitely gonna eat these. But they're not... They're not the same, like the A&A ramen, I would steal from the lounge. I don't know that I would steal these from a lounge. But if I had these in my room or in my dorm, yeah, I would definitely eat these. In terms of like the nutritional value, I mean, they're 260 calories. There's 7 grams of protein in them. A lot of carbs. I mean, so they're not the same as that that plant-based vitamin ramen. They're definitely your normal, what I would say, instant ramen. So I mean, for 12 or 15, I mean, it's been a while since I bought anything at the store, so that's like an instant ramen. Usually I go to Sam's Club and I get, let me go get them so I can actually talk properly about what they are. Okay, so the ones that I normally eat are the Nongshim, which is Korean. I believe that's a Korean distributor. I think Nongshim's a Korean distributor, but these are the tonkatsu with kuromayu, to the black garlic oil. These are much more expensive. And they have a lot of sodium in them. I'm actually curious, what's the sodium on these? So the sodium on the Gamersoups is about 1820 mg for a 65 gram package. And the sodium on the tonkatsu is about 1510 for a 101 gram package. And the tonkatsu one has actual dried garlic in it, and then the garlic oil. So like, if I was to compare these, I would say like the tonkatsu is definitely the premium one. It's like 4. I would say it's like a 4. The problem with it though is it's much more expensive. I think these are like $2 or $3 a ramen. But these can be microwaved, and they're intended that you can actually put like an egg in them and cook it with an egg if you want. So these are meant to be more premium. Obviously, there's a lot of different things in the instant ramen category once you start getting into Japanese ramen, but I would say like for domestic, these are like a 3 so far with the chicken flavor. I'm gonna try the vegetable flavor. And we're gonna rate the, I'm gonna rate them separately. So I would say the chicken flavor is a 3. The vegetable flavor noodles are all the same. The broth color is kind of like a red color. It does have like vegetable trimmings. I think that's just dried green onion. I can kind of smell the flavor, but I don't know what it exactly is. Honestly, I don't know if I taste anything. Yeah, I don't really taste anything. They're not very spicy. I was expecting them to like be maybe a like a kimchi flavor or something because of the red. Flavor wise, I would give these probably like a 2, honestly. Like 2 out of 10. There's really no flavor on this vegetable one. It's pretty subtle, like flavor. I think it's maybe supposed to be like a vegetable bouillon or something, but it really doesn't have any pungent smell or like flavor to it that you would expect out of a vegetable broth. With the green onion, I thought maybe it'd be like an onion flavor or a kimchi flavor, but it does not have, or even a seaweed flavor, but it doesn't have any of those tastes. Yeah, I would say like that one. I don't recommend that one. No, I mean if you want like a non-flavored ramen, the noodles are fine on it too. But if you wanted, I guess like if you wanted to just put sriracha or something and make like a hot, like a spicy soup, you could use that. You could use this one without like making something weird tasting. The flavor is very subdued on that one. It doesn't taste like really anything. It's weird because the powder on that one was very red too. So I thought with the red powder it was gonna be spicy, or it was gonna have some kind of kimchi taste to it, something. I don't know what the flavor doesn't have. It literally has no flavor. Like it has a hint of something. Like it's kind of brothy, but it doesn't like. It's nothing that's making me like. That's like clicking in my head is like, oh, I know what that is. That being said, I will eat it. I will finish it. I'm not going to throw it out. I'll probably just add... I have black garlic oil. I think that's probably what I'll do is I'll just put black garlic oil in it to give it some kind of flavor. All right. Our last one is the beef. It definitely... this was the first one I opened, and I accidentally inhaled some of the powder, and I choked a bit. This one seemed to be very heavy on the flavor. Noodles obviously are all the same. This one does have onion in it. The chicken one did not. So the beef one has... The beef and the vegetable have, like, dried green onions in it. The chicken one doesn't have anything. And then there's no freeze-dried vegetables or anything like that in any of these. Alright, so we're going to give this a try. Not as beefy as I thought it was going to be. Compared to the smell, when I opened the pack, the flavor packet was pretty strong. I don't think I put too much water either. Definitely a light beef flavor. I think it's very similar just to the existing beef chicken ones that you would get at the store. Same flavor, same artificial beef flavor. I will say it's not too salty though. A lot of the time these are pretty fucking salty. And like I said before, there's 1,800... Yeah, 1,800 milligrams of sodium in this. For that amount of sodium, they're not very salty. Pretty mild, I would say. Flavor-wise, I would give this one probably a 4 out of 5. I'm sorry, not a 4 out of 5. Sorry, 4 out of 10. Probably a 4 out of 10. I think the chicken one is probably the better of the three, if I had to pick. I think the chicken one has the most flavor to it than the beef, which I'm surprised because the beef one is very very pungent compared to the chicken. Yo, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this nonsensical review stream. I just wanted to do something different for the end of the stream today, which was try these Gamersoups. I wanted an excuse also to try them, other than eating them by myself during lunch tomorrow. Figured better thing to do is make an event out of it, review them, and see if they're any good, right? Because otherwise, what's the point? I also somewhat consider myself a ramen expert, so considering all the different ramens I've had as I've traveled Japan and noodle places I've been to in Southeast Asia, I generally have had both actual noodles, right, like served fresh, and instant noodles. I think that these are, for like the price point, I think they're decent. $15 for a 12-pack, I think, is pretty decent. The only thing I would say I have a complaint is I don't think the vegetable one honestly is that good. You wanted you to suffer? Well, I mean, you guys are always... I mean, I'm not the only streamer on here that has Gamersoups stuff. I don't have any Gamersoups stuff, right? Like, but there's always streamers on the Twitch platform that have a deal with G Fuel or with Gamersoups or some other company, right? And obviously people see this and they think, hey, let me just try that ramen, right? So I'm being the guinea pig for chat today. And instead of you guys spending your money to order this and then be disappointed because you got 12 of the vegetable flavor, you would now at least know what you're getting yourself into. I think that if you got the 12 pack, you're gonna be disappointed in the vegetable flavor. But that's just me. I prefer pretty. I prefer pretty strong flavored stuff. Like, I like spiciness on like a level 8 or a level 9 generally. So I might be out of the range of normal people when it comes to hot food or like seasoning. But it, everyone's different. Like, so for me, I think the chicken one had the best seasoning. The vegetable one, not so much. I think it was pretty plain. And the beef one, I think, is okay. It's like I said. So just to recap, my sacrifice. Chicken is a 6 out of 10 or a 3 out of 5. The vegetable, I would say, is a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 5. And the beef flavor is probably like a 4 out of 10 or a 2 out of 5 if I had to come up with a scale. The beef flavor actually kind of teeters on a 3. It's almost a 3 out of 10. Considering the smell before you cooked it, I thought it was going to be pretty strong and pungent, but it's actually not. It definitely tastes like beef, but it's not as much as I would have thought. So, there you have it. Those are the scores. I would say if you got $15 and it's free shipping, definitely pick some up and give them a try. Or if you like ramen, if you like instant ramen, it's a good option. I would, but I would stay away from the vegetable flavor, unless you want to add stuff to it. Which is, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do after the stream. I'm gonna just put black garlic oil in there, and that should that should solve the problem. Convenience and all that aside, though, like the fork in the ramen is actually kind of useful, especially if you're gonna take these with you traveling. Like, I could see myself probably bringing 1 or 2 of these if I ever have to go to the East Coast, and I know that where I'm gonna be at is not gonna have any like all the restaurants will be closed, so I could just like eat one of these and at least have something to eat, because for sure, yeah, those are the most miserable trips I've had, is when I get in somewhere like DC and everything's fucking closed, including fast food for the most part, and have to go to bed hungry. So I think a chicken ramen would have been fine. All right, that is the end of the review. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give me a follow and like the video. If you have comments about your experience at Gamersoups, feel free to add them below. All right.